I will argue that the movie Swingers is partially responsible for this entire cocktail thing, right? Prior to that, like, I didn't know anybody that went to a bar and had like a martini or a Manhattan or whatever. I think most people just drank garbage. And that movie came out and people were like listening to like swing music and drinking martinis and stuff. And I had this friend, Timmy, and Timmy and I were a couple of real heads, right? And we thought we were really cool. We would wear like sort of like thrift store suits. So we're sitting at this like sports bar in our suits. We got martinis and we're talking about how nobody knows how to make a good martini in this town, right? It's just, you know, we're too sophisticated and our palates are too refined and we know too much about proper cocktails to be here drinking these martinis. So Timmy says to me, you know, I wish we were in Portland. And I was like, you know what? I got an idea. Let's not finish these drinks. Let's get in my car. Let's drive for 2 hours up to Portland and let's get a martini because we're a couple of sophisticated dudes. And then we'll have a martini and we'll drive back. So we get to this bar and we sit down. The woman, you know, comes over and she's like, you know, what do you want? And because that's the service in Portland, that's what you do. Or you go like this. So she comes over and Timmy says, I'll have Bombay Sapphire Martini, bone dry with a twist. And she looks at me and I go, I'll have the same thing. Now, you have to realize that it wasn't like it is now. Like now I have a freezer full of glassware in my bar that I keep cold. They didn't have that at the time. They didn't have fridges and freezers full of glassware. So you would grab a glass off the back bar and then you would fill it with ice to chill the glass, right? You put some water in there and you chill the glass while you made the drink. So she grabs the 2 glasses off the back bar and then she puts them in front of us and she fills them with ice. And me, since I'm an expert on all things cocktail related, I see this and I go, up please, not on the rocks. And she just looks at me like this. She goes, and then goes back to what she was doing. So obviously you want to start with a cold glass. So I keep mine in the freezer. When I do a dry gin martini, I do it 5-1. So I'll start with 2.5 ounces of Ford's gin and add just a 1/2 ounce, which is a tablespoon of dry vermouth, and stir it with ice. And then I'll put it into my already cold glass. I'm not gonna ice it down with ice. I mean, you can, but I have a freezer at home, so I can just put the glass in there for a few minutes before I make the drink. And then just garnish with a lemon twist, you know? And that's it. It's a martini. You don't really have to overthink it like I thought you did.